Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. Before I start quickly talking about alcohol and drug cravings and how to deal with them, I just want to say a massive thank you to those people, those very kind people out there of you who have already supported my Just Giving page in the description below for my upcoming challenge in March to walk 1,000 miles in 50 days on the Via de Plata Camino de Santiago in support of an absolutely amazing charity, 50-year-old charity called St. Mungo's, who support homeless people with mental health and addiction issues. They are a marvellous charity. Every penny donated goes directly to them people and to help them. They sleep up to 3,000 homeless people a night. They offer support with mental health issues, with addiction issues, and also even have their own recovery college and give people educational support to put them back on the right road. And eventually their goal is to give people permanent homes. It's an amazing charity that helps very, very vulnerable people I'm sure you can relate to. I know I can. And every penny donated goes directly to them. So please click the link below. Have a look at my Just Giving page. Give whatever you can afford to give. I'll be eternally grateful. Like I say, all the money goes directly to them. And the thing is, with this channel, it's about humanity. It's about us supporting. I got a saying, I walk with all men and women. I can relate. It's not about colour, creed, nationality, religion, age, whatever. We're all human beings. We're all vulnerable. We all need support sometimes. And these people need support. And again, about this channel, it's about the world is changed by your example, not your opinion. It's about what you do, not what you say. And that's what I try to do and how I try to live my life now, which is why I'm doing this channel. And at my age, putting myself through a lot of pain to do that. So please support if you can. The link is below in the description. Just click it, give whatever you can afford to give. I'm so grateful. Thank you for listening to that. Cravings. Let's talk about cravings. I had someone contact me on the channel, one of my subscribers, who has tried many, many times to get clean, as I did myself, and I can certainly relate to him, and probably many of you out there can as well. And always very early on in recovery, and even during withdrawal sometimes, the cravings, the physical and mental cravings have took him back into addiction again, and not been able to cope with them or not understood them, as it happened to me many, many times, I'm sure to yourselves as well. The thing is with cravings, I think there's different stages, and I've come to, because now 4 years on into my recovery, if you like, if you want to call it that, I just don't get any cravings at all, mental or physical. And I think that's, I'll tell you some of the techniques I use to sort of reach that stage, and I think anyone can reach that stage. It is very difficult and it's tough, and I understand that, because there are different stages. The first thing to realise is that when you first stop and go into withdrawal, when you first stop taking your drug of choice or drinking or whatever, and even sugar addiction and other physical addictions like that, if you're dependent on a substance, even if you're not physically dependent, you might be psychologically dependent on it. Then when you go into withdrawal and when you're in early recovery, you will have literally physical cravings for that substance, because you want, your mind and your body have got used to functioning with that substance in it. And if you have a look at my withdrawal videos, I explain that in a lot more detail. And they can't cope without it, and they literally, crave that substance so you can feel normal again, so your mind can feel normal again, so the pain will end. And it is so difficult, particularly in withdrawal, when you know that having a drink or taking your drug of choice literally will stop all that discomfort, that pain, that depression, that physical anguish, mental anguish. It's so difficult. And the way I got through that in withdrawal, and particularly in recovery, when you've got through withdrawal but you're learning to live without that substance in your life, it was all about distraction. And I had many techniques to distract myself when I felt that craving. I think the first thing to realize is that particularly in early recovery, some of those cravings will be in your mind, and you have control over your thoughts and your actions. The only two things that you will have total control on. And with thoughts and actions come consequences, and you have to realize that. So you have to learn that when those cravings come in, initially when they're physical, when they're in withdrawal and early recovery, then you need to distract yourself. And I used to do that so many different ways. I used to go for a walk in the fresh air, even if it was 5 or 10 minutes, to take my mind off it. I used to, eat sweets and chocolate to distract myself, but also to sort of satiate myself, and that took my mind off it for a bit. This was all, in those early days. I used to have audio books. I used to, watch streaming online, have loads of entertainment, YouTube videos, anything at all to distract myself. Little things, reading, writing sometimes, writing a journal and writing my feelings down used to distract me, and so I could understand them more. And in those early days when it's physical, you need to do that. But then as you move on, particularly sort of after the first, after 4 to 6 months, then those cravings, which you will still be getting, because I certainly did, become more about that, become more about the mind. And this is where HALT comes in. And many of you will have heard of HALT: hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And understanding those feelings. So sometimes we confuse thirst with hunger, don't we? Well, sometimes when you crave, when you have a craving, it could be because you're hungry. It sounds strange. So cook yourself something healthy quickly. That will distract you and satiate you. Angry, resentments, anger, all that sort of pain and stuff you need to deal with and understand, because that will cause cravings as well. Anything, because your mind will trick you into craving your drug and alcohol choice. Get rid of that anger, get rid of that horrible feeling in your gut, so you need to understand and recognize that. And sometimes you'll need to get professional help with that if these resentments and that pain is deep. But you need to understand that, and you need to deal with it, and you need to learn to forgive, and you need to learn to forget. And that's very difficult. It's not easy. It took me a long time to do that. But it was an amazing feeling when I eventually did it. Lonely. When you're lonely, you get bored, and again, distraction plays a massive part. You need to fill your day with stuff. You need to be, not lonely. You need to just get out and about, and you need to always have someone on the end of a phone you can talk to, someone, a like-minded person. Get out and give service, get out and volunteer. That'll make you feel better about yourself, and it will help other people. And also, you won't be lonely, you'll be dealing with people, and you'll be out and about, and you'll actually be helping. And also, when you're lonely, just distract yourself again. Start writing a journal, write a book, anything, exercise, take up whatever it is, get some hobbies, get some interests, and start building a new life and get stronger physically and mentally. And tired, that's another massive one. Sleep is so important, particularly in early recovery. People don't realize how important sleep is. And it's when your body heals, and sleep hygiene in the bedroom is massively, I used to think, it wasn't important to me. It is massively, whatever age you are, whatever stage of your recovery, read up on sleep hygiene, get yourself some blackout blinds, some earplugs, some blindfold if necessary, take some supplements, some melatonin, all that sort of stuff. I always have a valerian tea before I go to bed, no electronics in the bedroom. Get rid of it all out your bedroom. 2 hours before, don't look at your phone. 2 hours before sleep, do some reading, unwind, do some breathing, some meditate. There's loads of stuff you can do. Because if you're tired, you will get irritable. You will start to, your body will start to crave stuff. You will start to be discontent, and you will start to be unhappy. It will affect every aspect of your life. So, do they ever, the question this guy asked me was, do you ever get over the cravings? And I have to tell you that the answer for me is yes, and many other people I speak to. Those early days are the important ones, the withdrawal, the early recovery, the first 6 to 12 months. But then, it gets easier. You'll still get cravings a year, 2 years on. You'll the odd one, but you need to recognise that it's your mind sometimes playing tricks on you. It's like when you walk past a cake shop and smell the cakes. I can honestly say this Christmas I went home and there was all my family were drinking around me. There was alcohol lying around everywhere. I just didn't get any urge or craving or desire, or it just wasn't there at all. So, and that's 4 years on, and it has taken work, but you can do it. You can get rid of it. So thank you for listening. As I said before, please subscribe, please like, please share the videos if you think they'll help other people. And please click the link below to support me in my upcoming challenge and help some very, very vulnerable people. If you follow me on Instagram, it's Tim Johnson, all one word, 734. Just new to that. I'll be documenting the whole challenge on Instagram and on the channel as it comes, as it approaches, and during it. So thank you for listening. Much love to you all. Carpe Diem. Seize the day today. Start living your life. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.